Hello and welcome back to a Chip Off Fuel Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today we're going to continue to build this guy here. What is this here? This is officially Lego set 75409. It's being labeled Jango Fett's Firespray-Class Starship. Although that is correct, it is a fire spray if you watch, read the books and all that stuff and see the movies. However, it was originally called Slave One, and I'll go with that name. This set has 2,970 pieces and 2 minifigures. And well, yesterday we started this stream and we got bags 1 through 6 done. And let me show you what that looks like. I'll switch cameras here for you. Now, there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up right where we left off yesterday. And we're just going to get going. And if you guys would, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already and you feel like I've earned your subscription. But if you've already subscribed at one point, please double check and make sure you're still subscribed. Don't ask me why. YouTube likes to do this silly thing where occasionally it just throws people off and kicks them out of stuff. And I don't even know how to kick people off, so it's not me. It's definitely YouTube. And if you're looking for some cool parts for your builds, head over to our Bricklink store. That's what mainly pays for this channel. That's how I'm able to afford these sets. So if you want to help out that way and you got some builds you're working on, head over to my store. Links in the description. We usually ship within 1 business day, so you'll get it pretty fast. And hello, Miss Chip. How you doing? I'm doing pretty well myself today. And well, I kind of lied about that. I'm not doing great today. I'm actually quite tired. I didn't sleep that well last night, and that's due to back pain. I went and, well, first of all, we had a really bad windstorm this week, and the wind, it just seemed like it never was going to go away. It lasted about 4 days, and, well, the end result is I'm missing shingles off my roof. So, probably about 6 or 7 of them. And, well, I went to Home Depot yesterday to go get those shingles, and unfortunately, the way that it was positioned, there wasn't a really good way to grab them. So I grabbed them the best I can, and instantly I knew I did something wrong because I could feel the pull in my back in a couple different places. And yesterday work was tough. And going to sleep last night was even tougher. I only slept about 4 hours, and the pain from pulling my back has kept me awake. So I'm quite tired, just to be honest. But doesn't matter. I told you guys I'd be here, so I am here. And let's turn this upside down and get this going. And as I mentioned in yesterday's stream, this reminds me a lot of Boba Fett's Slave 2 that came out, I don't remember how many years ago, but it was Ultimate Collector Series, and it was similar to this ship. It was just different colors. Anyway, very similar, and it does remind me of it in many different ways. So, all right. And Mrs. Chip's asking how everyone's Saturday doing. Yeah, how are you guys doing today? What are you guys up to? As you heard from me, I'll be doing the shingles with my son Spencer, and then I'm probably taking a nice fat nap. So anyway, that's about all I can commit to today. I did get a lot done though. I am earlier today because I've been up for most of the morning, I should say. What I did was one of the projects I'm working on right now is I am going through my whole entire Lego collection. And the reason I'm doing that is that I know that over time I have lost pieces, minifigures have become separated from their sets, that kind of thing, and it's because I do shows and I do that kind of stuff. So not really surprising that happened, but it's annoying because sometimes when I'm looking for something, I can't find it. And plus, who knows? These shows are open to the public, and occasionally things have walked off. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying it has happened. An example is you guys have probably seen my Chili's restaurant. Well, that Chili's restaurant, the chili that's on top of the front has disappeared. I've had to rebuild that out of spare parts because it's disappeared. So it does happen. So that's another reason that I'm going through all this, is just trying to make sure that nothing's walked off during the show. It's actually been a fun process. I know that I have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2,000 sets so far. Actually, there's no guesswork. Let me pull up my spreadsheet. I can tell you exactly how many sets. Oh, wrong place. Let's go here. Oh, come on, internet. I'm streaming, so my internet's kind of struggling. Okay. I know I have about 2,000 sets, and so far I've been able to put together 1,505. And those are fully accounted for, no pieces missing, that kind of thing. So going pretty well, actually. So that's just one of the projects I'm working on. When I'm done with that project, which I'm not going to be done with it for a while, depending on whether this house sells or not, depends on what I do next. Because if the house sells, I'll be moving to a much smaller house, and that's done by design because I want to have no payments. This channel is probably going to be more reviewing products than it is custom builds because I won't have the room. If the house doesn't sell and I stay here, well, then that opens the possibility, and I have got a list of things that I like to get done. So stay tuned for all that, and I will keep you guys updated as I know anything. I have had people look at the house. 4 different people have come through. The first people had me really excited. I thought we had it sold on the first viewing. She said she was excited about the house, and her husband would love it, and she wanted to bring him back next week when he was off work, and so on and so forth. And well, she never came back, so that one didn't work out. The second one was a relative of somebody who lives on the street, and they were quite entitled, and they said that they would only pay, what did they say, $500,000, $550,000 for this house, when this house appraised for $650,000 3 years ago. So they're off. Values have only gone up since then, so I'm okay with that. They can just keep on moving and find something else. What was the third one? There was a third one. Oh man, I'm losing it. Anyway, yeah, there's a third one, and then this one's the fourth one, and this fourth one, they've come over twice and looked at the house, so I thought it was really promising, and I thought they really wanted it, but nope, I haven't heard anything back from them, so I'm starting to have my doubts on that too. Now, I would like to hear from anybody, whether it's on the replay or right now, on whether you have this set. And if you don't have this set, are you planning on getting this set? That kind of thing. I'd like to know. This one was kind of, I know when you look at the price of this thing, and I know it's going to be hard to believe this was an impulse buy, but it actually was for me because when I first saw it, I thought about getting it, but I didn't have the money. And then all of a sudden, the week that because it got leaked a few weeks before it came out, and I just didn't have the money, so I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And then a few days before the set was actually released, Bricklink orders came in. They came in strong, and that all of a sudden opened the window to be able to buy this. So it was an impulse buy, believe it or not. But I'd like to know if anybody else got it, if they have put it together. Are you saving it and you're not going to put it together? Did you invest in it to sell it later? Like, what's your deal? What's your angle? Why did you get this one? And I'm actually grateful for Star Wars for coming out with Attack of the Clones, that movie, episode 2. And the reason I am is because I've always wondered. Oh boy, I didn't do that right. I've always wondered about the origin story of Boba Fett, and well, Boba Fett, by having the background story in that movie, really helped out. So I'm grateful for them doing that. And if you guys don't know the story, I'll tell it to you. Oh boy. Yeah, that didn't. Oh, yeah, there it goes. So they used Jango Fett as the template for the clones, the clone troopers. And he, according to the movie, he required a considerable sum of money and one unaltered clone who, as we know, became Boba Fett, his son, which really isn't his son, it's his clone. But he was raised as a son, so whatever. Close enough, right? And it was on the planet Camino. I'm hearing some weird noise outside, but I don't see anything on the camera. Anyway, Mrs. Chip's got a good question. Why did I buy this one? Because I like the story. Again, you know, as you, one thing I've really appreciated about the Star Wars story is the fact that how they're able to drop these little lines about hints about things, and then, you know, like in episode 1, Princess Leia puts that secret message in R2. And she said it's a plea to Obi-Wan to come out of hiding and to help. And she says, "You fought along my father in the Clone Wars." Well, shoot, I don't even think that part of the story was even written yet, because that came out in 1977, and then in the 90s, all of a sudden comes Attack of the Clones, and it's like, holy crap, where did they get this storyline from? That little tidbit, but they were able to tie it all together. And I think that's really cool how they tie it all together. You know, when they tied it all together, the Clone Wars, and they talk about how Jango Fett is the kind of the template, that's what makes him so fascinating, is because, you know, he has to be one heck of a warrior and strong genes and stuff, if that's the person out of all people they used to clone millions of troops from. So that in itself is fascinating to me. And so I like his backstory, and I like the fact that we learned that Boba Fett was really a clone of his dad, not a son. So that makes it interesting. So I guess the reason I bought this one, the reason I bought this one is because it's just a really interesting story, and how it all gets tied together. And yeah. Okay, let's see. There are other sets that, like I got Jango Fett's helmet also in this lot that I bought, and I have not put it together yet. So, and I don't know if I will. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to have the time. A lot of it depends on what happens in the next few weeks. I mentioned this before. I worked for the federal government, and unfortunately, because of different cuts that are being made, I will be losing my job as of June 30th, a little over a month away. And so, but I do know it's coming. Why? How does this? Okay. All right, I'm confused. Well, I know what that noise is right now. That I told you about, that I heard and I didn't know what it was. It's a dog barking outside. I don't know whose dog, because we don't. All of our neighbors, they pretty much take care of their dogs. So why he's barking, I don't know. To be annoying? Is that a reason? All right. This one's not coming together the same as the other one. No, it's not. Okay. Let me go back and look at this, because I must have done something wrong. Because I'm looking at this and okay. Yes, I did do something wrong. But I'm not seeing the piece that I'm missing. Let me look this over one last time, because maybe I will find it. Maybe I put it on wrong somewhere else. Oh, I did. Okay, silly me. I put the wrong color. So let me fix that real quick. Okay, now this is going to make sense. Okay, there we go. Let me flip a couple pages ahead. Okay, I got that done. All right, now this part. So, yeah, so I work for the federal government, and I'll be losing my job here in a few short weeks. They are going to pay us for a little bit after, so I'm not going to be completely helpless. I will have some time to look for a job, and that I will do. Meanwhile, I'm going to see if I can do some more with the channel, because I used to do a lot more, but time constraints have gotten in the way of that. Mainly because I commute to my job an hour each way. So 2 hours of my day is eaten up and just going back and forth to work. And these pieces got really mixed up with the other ones. Shoot. I didn't mean for that to happen. Yeah, I laid these out last night, so I think Max is the cat, the indoor cat. He might have, and actually, it may not have been him, because one of the outdoor cats managed to make his way in last night, and he spent the night inside the house. So it might have been Buddy who got to it, but these pieces have been kind of scrambled together. So, all right, so we've got that going. And we are done with the bag. So we're on bag number 8. I think there's 24 bags with this thing. So quite a bit. I also got Kylo Ren's helmet with this set. The only problem that I have with the whole entire Star Wars series, and I will say it, the problem I have with the whole entire Star Wars series is that they came out with close to 100 books before Disney bought it. And then Disney, because they had their own ideas for Star Wars, when they bought it, they came in and said, oh, well, those books, they're not canonized anymore. They're not the storyline. We're going to come up with our own. And that kind of irritated me, because I bought the books, read them. And to be honest with you, it's the reason that I quit buying the books, because once they did that, I mean, yeah, I don't see a reason to buy a new set of books and learn a whole new story for something I already knew. So there's that. And the reason that Kylo Ren bothers me is that he's not in those stories, the original. It's actually it is one of Han Solo and Princess Leia's sons that turn to the dark side. I can't remember his name though in the storyline, and so for them to come up with this Kylo Ren character, it was kind of stupid. I wish they would have kept the storyline. And also in the storyline, Luke Skywalker ends up marrying, I forget her name, but she was one of the Emperor's right-hand like bodyguard things. And they get married and they have a kid. And I think his name was Ben, if I remember right. Anyway, the storyline is very long and it was well established. And then Disney came along and said, "Oh, we paid $2 billion or they did for this. And because we did that, we're not going to do that." Yeah, it was Buddy sneaking in the house. Mrs. Chip is right. Buddy's a gray and white, mostly gray cat. He's basically a tuxedo cat except for gray instead of the black. We do have a tuxedo cat too, by the way. And all my cats are outdoor except for Max. Buddy occasionally sneaks in the house, and what it is you open the door and this bullet comes in the house, and the only way to stop the bullets with your foot, and it's not very kind, so I don't usually stop him. I just let him come in, and then I catch him after he calms down and I throw him back out. But last night, I admit I was so tired when he did that whatever. I didn't end up sleeping though because my back. Oh, there it is. Hey, John, how's it going? I almost missed you because your thing's the same color Mrs. Chip. How you doing, John? Do you have this? Do you have this set, or you planning on getting this set? And do you like the Star Wars storyline with where they introduce Jango Fett and Boba Fett's origins in Attack of the Clones? Just curious. I do have the Ultimate Collector Series Slave 2 that came out years ago. And I do plan on building it and then comparing these side by side in a video after I'm done with all this. So just something to look forward to. This is always like this part of the build is always my favorite. And the reason why is you start off with the Technic, and for several bags, it doesn't look like anything remotely close to what you're actually building. And then all of a sudden you get to this phase, and this is the phase where, you know, some of the details like the engines and some other things start coming together. So, okay. Well, that's cool. He says, "Nah, man, it's a little over my price point, and I'm currently aiming for ROTS sets. Right now, I'm looking for some. Oh, Commander Green. Some. Okay, all right, decent enough, man. That's all right. Revenge of the Sith. Okay, I think that's what you're saying. All right, yeah. Well, cool. I'm glad to have a Star Wars fan with me. Mrs. Chip has been very patient with my Star Wars fascination. In fact, I'm wearing the Bounty Hunter T-shirt because of what I'm putting together today. I actually have. It was funny because I went to my closet this morning deciding what shirt to wear, and I thought, oh, I don't have that many shirts that have anything to do with this video. Boy, was I wrong. I have 6 shirts that are either Boba Fett, Bounty Hunter, or Mandalorian. And yes, you could make the argument that a Mandalorian t-shirt is not the same as Jango Fett, and you're partially right, but he was a Mandalorian, so I think it'd be just fine to wear a regular Mandalorian t-shirt with this build. Okay, so how does this go on there? Huh. Did I do something wrong? I did. Crud. That's going to be hard to fix now. It's a nice shirt. Mrs. Chip new. You got any other sets? Oh, no, I've got plenty. I don't have all of the Ultimate Collector series of Star Wars, but I do have several of them. Like I've got the 2 Star Destroyers, both versions that are Ultimate Collectors. I've got both of the Ultimate Collector series Millennium Falcons. I've got the AT-AT Ultimate Collector series. I've got 2 versions. There's a total of 3 versions of the what do you call it, X-Wing, that are Ultimate Collector series. I own the first 2. The third one I just couldn't justify buying because, well, how do you justify buying a third one now? You might even ask how you can justify buying 2. The second one, the first version I bought brand new out of the box. The second one I found at a thrift store, and it was in a bin, and it wasn't obvious at first what I was buying. I just thought I was buying a loose collection of pieces, and then when I got it home and started looking at it more carefully, I realized I had the second Ultimate Collector series in there. So anyway, that's how I got 2 of those. I like Star Wars. I grew up with it. Yeah, I guess that's true, Mrs. Chip. Okay. Oh gosh, guys, I really messed this up. Oh shoot, there I am messing it up again. This is going to take like some major surgery to fix this. That's one of the reasons I don't like these Technic parts, because if you mess them up, man. But you know what? I don't know how. Oh yeah, I do know how that works. I will be able to fix this. See, what I did was it should be this way, and these clips should be on the other side. So we'll see what we can do real quick to fix this up. Kind of embarrassing when you make a mistake like that, but oh well. I make them all the time. Well, it's hard to say. About a year and a half ago, I had a really good job in IT. And unfortunately, my job got replaced with AI. So with that loss of income, I haven't bought a whole lot of Lego sets in the last year and a half. But prior to that, I've purchased a lot of Lego sets. I think I've got close to 1,000 or 2,000 Lego sets total. And I got to go back a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. To give you an example, I've got 5 versions of the AT-AT. See, I think I might have even done that wrong. Okay. Okay, okay, that's far enough. Okay, yeah, those go down. Don't let me fool you though. I didn't pay full price for a lot of this stuff. I've become really good at finding bargains when it comes to Lego. Thrift stores, that kind of stuff. And anyway, so let's see. Oh boy, Calgon, take me away. All right, let's see what I can do to fix this up now that I have destroyed it all. Okay, that's all there. Oh, this one came off here. Okay. All right, now I've got these things to put on, and these things are going to be a little tricky. Okay. Well, that was a little bit of a setback. I'm not quite sure. I talked about yesterday making this a regular thing where I do Friday mornings, like I did this last Friday morning, a live stream. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this coming Friday. My neighbors next door, as you know, I've talked about them many times. They're an older retired couple, and I really like them a lot. They've done a lot for me and been a great help. This is my first time living out in the country, and they've helped me out a lot. Unfortunately, his wife texted me today and let me know that that her husband's father passed away yesterday. And so there's going to be a funeral, they're saying, on Friday. And because that's going to be a hard time for him, and because he's been a great help to me, most likely I'm going to that funeral. And the only thing that would keep me from going is if it somehow interfered with my job, because I don't have any leave. There's nothing. I can't take any time off. But it's kind of the same direction as my work. So if I can go, I will. You're mainly a UCS collector. Those are some banger sets. The 2000 Million Falcon is north of. Yeah, it is. X-Wings are great as well. Yes, that is correct. The 2024 is the only one I don't have. But yeah, they are some great sets, and I really, really like them. There's going to be a Death Star coming out supposedly on Black Friday, and it's supposed to be $1,000, 40 minifigures, all that good stuff. I have the original Death Star 2 Ultimate Collector Series, and I have the playable Death Star with like the trash compactor and stuff built into it. So that should be interesting. This $1,000 one coming up. I'm really trying hard to make sure that I have the money to get that one. But $1,000 is a lot, and I don't know. Hopefully I get some Bricklink sales coming in to help cover that cost. We'll see. Don't want to tell myself no. We'll see where the market takes me, and yeah, we'll do that. And who knows? I might sell my home by then and might have the money that way too. I don't know. Well, time will tell. And time is tricky. Okay, so this right here. Oh, here it is. And AI is really taking over some sort of graphic designer. 2000s, quite a bit. Oh, I think my most expensive one in like aftermarket value is probably the first Millennium Falcon. The first Millennium Falcon was a bit of a misnomer in that when it first came out, or I'm sorry, when it first got discontinued, I should say, the original Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon, I saw copies of it used on eBay and Amazon for like 11, 12 grand. And then, of course, Lego came out with version number two. And when they did that, the price plummeted. But I have a feeling that once the second version goes out of print or whatever you want to call it, gets retired, I have a feeling that that's going to be another cash grab for those who have the original, because I think the price will go up, and I think you'll have some people that are going to be hungry or whatever reason they'll want to sell theirs. I mean, I'm not saying I would never sell mine. It all depends on, if I found myself needing to eat. You can't eat plastic, so although I have a cat that eats plastic, but yeah, I don't. That's not something that I'm not that proud. I would sell it if I had to. If it came down to it. But anyway, that's probably my most expensive set. I don't know as far as value wise, because I haven't really looked. I do have my stuff on Brickset, which does give you the current value, so I guess I could look that up and see which one. I don't have all my sets in there though. I have 1,500 out of 2,000 in there. I've got about 2,000 sets total. I've been collecting a long time. I turn 50 next month, so and I never, like a lot of people say they go through a Lego Dark Age. I never went through that. I've always collected Lego, and yeah. Oh boy. This does not want to go on there. Like, if it does want to go on there, I know that the other part doesn't want to. I don't want to force it. Let's try that again. There we go. And of course, by doing that, another piece came off. So let me fix that real quick. But yeah, I really do like this set so far. I know I'm not very far into it, but if you remember in the movie when it takes off, that's definitely shaping up to make it look exactly like what the movie is. Yeah, I was in IT. I worked for a hospital, and my main function wasn't my only function, but my main function was FTPs, which is file transfer protocols, and basically moving files from one, could be one server to another, which was very common. But it's basically, like for the hospital, you have a payment system, for instance, and that's separate from patient records. However, payments need to make it over to the patient records so that when the patient checks in, they won't say, well, we won't see you, or you need to pay your $200 balance. So the systems have to talk to each other a couple times a day. Well, that was my job. It was my job to make sure that those files made it from one side to the other. And boy, I'm just, did I do that wrong too? I did. Shoot, guys. And there were several applications. There was like 16 of them that had to talk to each other every day. And that was my job. My job was to make sure that they did talk to each other. I thought I did this right. I did. According to this, I did. Okay. No. Mrs. Chip might claim that I can't follow directions, but I can. Mrs. Chip's on here. She's my wife. We've been married 28 years, so we give each other a hard time every chance we get. It's just playful banter. I'm not offending her. She's not offending me. We like to trash talk a little bit here and there. So, and let's see. Giving you a warning. There's a sticker that goes on the main windshield. In some of the instructions, it said stick it too high. So check the, okay, I will. Thank you for that advance warning. Stickers are the bane of my existence. I tend to get those. Those are hard to do for me, especially when it's like a dark color on a dark color. Black on black is the worst to apply stickers, like a black brick or a tile and a black sticker. Ooh, dark, dark blue is another one that just, grabs my, I just can't do it. I end up messing up those all the time. Yeah. So, back to my story. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked there. Yeah. So I did file transfer protocols in between, files in between systems. And, mainly my job was that when something didn't make it over, to figure out why and to fix the file and either put it back on the server to be picked up, or in some cases you just have to manually shove it through the system, so to say. And oh shoot, why? There it goes. And unfortunately, AI has figured out how to fix those files automatically when they fail. And they also have fail safes built in so the files don't fail in the first place. And AI's figured that out. So I was laid off, and I was there for 9 years. So it was kind of a shock to the system, because I came in one day and it's just like, oh, well, we don't need you. Thanks for your service. Bye. It's like, oh, okay, 9 years. Thanks. Hoarder, how's it going? And John, it's good to have you on here, man. You seem to know quite a bit about Star Wars, which is awesome. It's refreshing. And as far as 38 minifigures, over 9,000 pieces, and fully covered, yeah, that's gonna be a fun one to build. Let me tell you. I'm really, really hoping, like I said, that I can do it. Okay. Oh, I was like wondering how it went on there. There it goes. And as far as my son Spencer, some of you know that he was involved in a rollover accident. Actually, when I say involved, I mean he was the only driver. It was a one-car accident. He was the driver, no passengers. So, but it's been a while since the accident now, several weeks out now. And my son went back to work this week. So he's doing pretty good. Glad to have him back in the saddle, if you know what I mean, making money again, because he's in his 20s. So although I don't mind helping him out for short periods, he's definitely at the age where he should be taking care of himself. So anyway, he is taking care of himself now. He's oh shoot, what's this? Okay, there we go. He went back to work this week, full week. They put him on light duty, kind of thing. So they were being kind to him, and he successfully completed his first week back at work. So I'm very, very proud that things are, and happy that things are turning out the way they are, because it could have been a whole lot worse. So, and in fact, not that I mean to offend anybody, because I know some people out there just don't believe that there's a God, and it's okay if you don't. I'm not trying to preach at you. I'm just telling you my thoughts. My thoughts are this was perhaps the strongest case I've ever seen of God telling someone it's not their time. Because there was just so many things involved in this accident that could have been worse, and they were not worse. So I do believe that for whatever reason, his life was saved. Because I mean, I can't go into detail because there's still a lot going on. There's still an investigation going on, so can't say a whole lot. But I will say that if you knew all the details, you'd probably agree with me that divine intervention was there to keep him alive. And let's see. John says, I'm 16. My dark age was 2018 to 2020, sequel era, and so on. I got back mid 2020. 2014 was the year I grew up with, and that's the best. Oh, yeah. You know, I agree with you. I think we all kind of have a year that we think is the best. I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. I do know which. I was gonna say I don't know which year for me. I think for me it was 2008, and the reason it was 2008 is that Mrs. Chip joined the military in 2007, and in 2008, because she was in the military and we were stationed in Germany, all these different factors, our finances got improved a lot. And because they improved a lot, I was able to buy more Lego. And that's also when they started re-releasing some of the pirates. Well, not re-releasing. They kind of did the theme over in a way. They came out with new pirate sets in 2008. So, and I grew up with the pirates, like the Black Seas Barracuda, which I do own. I also have the original Fort El Dorado, as well as the secondary version that came out. Anyway, that's the reason I would say 2008, but to each his own. You do not have to agree with me. In fact, I like it when people don't agree with me. It's a discussion. Let's see. Yeah, I grew up with Star Wars. I've been into Lego since I was 4. We have that in common. That's when I got my first set, bud. It's awesome. Awesome. My first set was called The Bathroom. And if you don't believe me, I can look it up for you. Lego actually had a set called The Bathroom. No bathroom humor, though. Just a set. Let's see. I've got a collection worth $3,000, mainly figs. My centerpieces are the 2014 show. Okay, that's awesome. My own money and a Darth Raven. Oh, Darth Raven. Wow. You know something? I am really impressed. I have a friend, Jim, who owns a couple of Darth Ravens. I'll just put it that way. And unfortunately, his wife lost her job recently. And he went to one of these secondhand stores. And I cannot believe how much money he got for it. Yeah, Darth Raven's one of those that's up there. And I don't really know her story, so I can't really say why she's worth a lot, but I just know that she is because my friend Jim, he had, I think it was a poly bag that she came in. Anyway, cool stuff. Let me look this up real quick because I want to. Let me put this in there. Yep, I found it. All right, let me pull this up. Oh man, it's not that big. Let me see if I can find it on eBay real quick because that did not help me. I'll show you my first set. Oh, if I could spell right. Yep, here we go. Okay. Oh boy, guys, this is okay. I'm gonna share my screen. Oh no, don't do that. It's trying to tell me to turn off my ad blocker. I don't turn off ad blocker. I live by it. Okay. Here we go. This is I know it's not a very big picture. This was my first Lego set ever. Set 261. And I got it when I was 4, so I guess my parents didn't follow directions. This is 5 years and up. Anyway, stupid joke. But what we have here is we've got this weird base plate that's not a 10-inch by 10-inch like most of them. And it only has studs on 3 sides, and they're only the 3 sides that have them only a double studded. It's not studded in the middle at all. And what's funny is you've got this giant upsized character, the grandma or the mom, and the baby is a regular minifigure. So there we go. That was my first Lego set ever. All right. Oh, there it is. Okay. And let's see. I'm Augustine, and my dad kind of survived a miracle when he was young. He was driving down the main highway by Michigan. I forget the name, but apparently a voice told him to strap up. He did, and about 30 seconds later, he flipped over, and thanks to that buckle, he survived. And let's see. Well, that's a classic. Yeah, it's definitely a classic. Some of the white has yellowed significantly. Yeah, I got that when I was 4, and I turned 50 next month, so it's 46 years old. Think of getting pieces for it, or oh no, that's my first set I ever got for my 4th birthday. And the story behind that is, hey John, how's it going? Good to see you. My very first Lego set I ever had was not actually Lego. So my dad was in the military. He was in the Navy, and he got stationed in Japan. And while he was in Japan, he got us all little gifts, and my gift was a little spaceship. And the spaceship was made out of Tyco, which, I mean, I didn't even know Lego existed back then, okay? I mean, you know, I was 4. So I got this little spaceship made out of Tyco, and I loved it. I played with the thing. I'd take it apart. I tried to make other things, but there wasn't a whole lot there, but I tried. And my dad saw that I liked it so much that they tried to get me more Tyco, but my dad couldn't find Tyco in the States. Of course, maybe they were there. They just didn't know where to look. You know, this was 1979, which actually was a good Smashing Pumpkins song, by the way. While doing that, they decided to settle for Lego. And they actually thought Lego was a generic of Tyco, not the other way around. Because my parents, again, they didn't know. And I didn't either. So my parents were like, well, I guess we got to get them Lego if we're going to get them anything, because we can't find Tyco here. So my parents ended up buying me the bathroom set for my birthday, for my 4th birthday. And they consider that generic. Boy, did we find out later. But yeah. My first Lego type set was actually a little Tyco spaceship, which I have not seen in years. So I have no idea if I even own a copy of it. Probably don't. I don't think I have it anymore. I do have some of my other toys from being a kid, though. Okay, where does that go? Oh, they slid that all the way. Oh, of course, I think I did that wrong. And hey, John, did you by chance want a link to come on here? Please make an update on the Lego Avengers Tower. I need to. You are right, Italian Gaming. I really need to. Right now, I've been working some overtime at the job. Actually, a lot of overtime. But yesterday we actually ran out of work, so we had to make like we had to pretend like we were busy for a while. And I literally mean that. We really did have to pretend like we were busy. So there's a good possibility that in the next week or 2, I should be able to have some time to pull away and do the Avengers Tower. I'm working on the bar scene next, and I'm expanding that level. And I'm actually kind of glad to be able to do it, because I received some really interesting feedback about that level. Some people said it was too crowded, and some people said it was too open. So I don't know which one it is, but I will take the feedback accordingly, since I'm planning expanding it, and I'll try to do that. So, oh yeah, John, let me Let me send that to you right now then. All right. Okay, let's see. Oh, it won't let me just. Okay. John, I'll have to type it to you. Oh, wait. I can send it to you in Facebook. I forgot. So let's do that. Let's Messenger. Oh, you know what? I forgot. It doesn't like me. Okay, let me open it up over here. John's a good friend of mine. I've known John for years. Okay. Let me find you, John. No, it's been a while since I've texted John. Oh, there he is. All right. Okay, John. I think it went your way. Let me know. Okay, so we're on to another bag. Just check Tycho. Yeah, they are over eBay now, but I'm talking about 1979, John. Back then, they were a scarce commodity. But, yeah. Like the new one I meant, there's only one on Bricklink, and it's in the U.S. for about $50. Dang, man. Please. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure. I'll come on. Okay, John. Yeah, I sent that to you. Sorry, catching up on comments at the same time, trying to build. I can barely walk. I can barely walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I think it's a problem that runs in my family. I'm just kidding. If anything, I inherited that from my wife's family. No, I'm just kidding. They're good people. And I really mean that. We've been married 28 years, and me and my father-in-law are very close. We've always kind of been close. He's a good man. They don't make him like that anymore. I think they broke the mold after they made that man. You just don't find too many solid, and not just men, but people in general. You just don't find solid people anymore. And he's just a really solid kind of guy, where if he tells you he's going to do something, well, death will warm over before he doesn't help you. So, really good person. All right. Well, I appreciate that, Cubnan. She is he is doing pretty well, and I said she. I don't know why. It's definitely all male. Yeah, he's doing better. Went back to work this week, and he's got his stitches, got his staples taken out, that kind of stuff. I'd say he's doing pretty dang good. I think what saved him the most, though, is he's just hard-headed. And that's something that definitely runs on both sides of the family. So, and I appreciate that, John, saying you'll pray for my son. I do. Okay. We got John in the background. Let's add him here. John, I appreciate that, John, saying you'll pray for my son. I do. How are you, John?
Good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great today. Tired, but
Where's Mr. Enzo?
Other than that, I'm good, man.
I see him behind you.
What's that?
I see him behind you.
Oh, Enzo?
Yeah.
Oh, he's right here. Enzo, come here. He's got to stretch. He needs to stretch everything. There he goes.
All dogs have to stretch. Hey, boy.
He's actually doing pretty good. He's kept Spencer company for the last several weeks as Spencer's been recovering. And I've had to go back to work myself, so
How's that going?
Whew, dude, your breath is kicking. How's work going? Crazy as ever.
Oh, when's your last day, or did you start something new?
What's that?
When's your last day, or did you start something new?
Oh, I'm still there. My last day is June the 30th.
Oh, you got a while yet.
Yeah, I do. No, it's been crazy because earlier in the week, we had so much to do, and they said, "Oh, well, let's ship it off to another center because you guys will never get through it in time." Well, they did. They shipped off a couple semis worth of paperwork to another center, and yesterday it was like, "Oh, we don't have anything for you to do. Look busy." It's like, "Oh, okay."
They got rid of the paperwork. That was dumb on their part.
Well, you see, I got to be careful. I can't say that kind of stuff on my job. I still need the money from them.
Just use Doge on them.
But honestly, John, I didn't think that was too wise. To ship off our paperwork only to have us have nothing to do. So how's your job going, man?
Same old.
All right.
Still slow. Nothing eventful. They're putting me back on one account. That'll get me back to my day shift, my morning shift. So I'm happy about that.
Okay.
And they'll be minimally using me on that particular account only for 1 hour of the day because I'm dedicated on the Modine account.
All right.
It means that's the only calls I answer is Modine because I'm the team leader. But it's an excuse to get me back on the early shift.
So what? I didn't realize you work a different shift currently. Do you? How much different is your shift now compared to the one that you're saying you might go back to?
I'm on 8:30 to 5.
Okay.
Before I was 7 to 2:30.
That's not too bad of a shift.
No, but it was still a dick move by the company to do that. Just to get me back on this account. Which I can't stand. This is that stupid Catholic magazine one.
Oh yeah, I do remember you mentioning that now.
But if it gets me back on the shift, whatever. For 1 day, 1 hour a day, I can live with it.
Okay.
We are slow right now. We're talking maybe 5 or 6 calls a day.
Oh, that's not that many at all.
No, this is for the Modine account. In the winter, it's like 20 calls a day.
So what's the clientele like for the different accounts?
Yeah, Minifigures Catholic magazine. We have, what else do we have? I don't even know. Something called Sokovia. I don't know what that's about. There's other accounts that we have. And of course, Modine is my account. We had Crayola for a while. Crayola crayons.
Yeah.
That was one of our accounts.
Yeah, I had a daughter. My daughter Amanda worked for Marriott timeshare for a while, and that was challenging because those people had money, and a lot of them felt entitled to certain things, even though their membership didn't pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And she struggled with that because, the last thing you want to do is lose a customer, but at the same hand, she wasn't much she can do about their demands because, well, she wasn't authorized to do what they were asking. So she really kind of hated that job because it was always somebody calling, and most commonly they would get mad because they tried to book something at last minute to the timeshare, and they'd be like, well, how come it's not available? And it's like, well, because you got to plan these things like weeks in advance, not hours. Well, I think I should be able to get this because, and it's like, well, I mean, I do understand what you're saying, but unfortunately, that's not how it works. So anyway, yeah. And speaking of my daughter, her and her boyfriend just moved. So she's no longer. I used to be able to stop in her place like right before work or right after work, mostly before because I get off at 12:30 and they're not usually awake. But they moved an hour and a half south of there, so I don't see her very often anymore. How's the puppy search going, John? Oh, you're muted, John.
The puppy's found. I just gotta wait for her to be born.
Okay.
And that's the end of June.
Now, how long does it take before you can bring the pup home?
2 months.
2 months. Okay.
August.
All right.
That's not too bad.
No, actually, I'm excited for you. I hope that works out.
No, it depends on which one I get.
Well, yeah.
I'm just going to go with a standard tricolor, same as Rue, or same style.
Yeah. Do you know if Rancor Steve's doing a live stream tonight? Because I know a lot of times he does on Saturdays.
I don't think he's doing Saturdays. He was on Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, he does Tuesday nights.
Oh, yeah. He does Manorama. But I thought he did like what do you call that? Oh shoot, what?
Lego streams.
Yeah, Lego streams on Saturdays typically.
He's been busy with his house renovation.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's in the good old state of California, where I'm originally from. And actually, last night, I had trouble sleeping last night, and one of the things I did was I jumped on Google Maps and I did a street view of my old neighborhood.
A lot of changes.
What's that?
A lot of changes.
Oh, tons of changes. Yeah, like the house next door to me, they moved the front door. And what was funny was when we lived there. Okay, so our driveway's here, their driveway was here, and there was nothing. There was no barrier in between, and we always had a problem with the neighbors parking on our side, and it caused friction all the time. Well, I noticed that somebody finally got tired of it, and they put a brick wall in between the two driveways. So I kind of found that amusing. Somebody finally got sick of it enough that they did that. And then the house next to them used to have an iron. It was like these brick towers with iron work in between them, and that's almost completely gone. Some of the brickwork's still there. The brick towers, but all of the iron's gone. So anyway, yeah, I noticed some changes. Oh, and they repainted our house. Our house used to be red and I can't remember what it was, red and something, and now it's brown and dark brown.
As Canning sets here on the 3-2. Payoff.
How are the Yankees doing?
And looks like Soto will make the play for out number 1. Bellinger now 0-2 in today's game, and that'll bring up.
How are your Yankees doing, by the way?
They're in first.
Okay.
It's a struggle, but we're in first.
The struggle's real?
Yeah, well, everybody's injured. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got players coming back, so. And the pitching is off because one main pitcher got knocked out because of surgery for the whole season.
Whole season?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna hurt the team.
They've been doing well so far.
Okay.
How's your daughter doing? The one that's in the military?
She's doing pretty good. She was actually able to come out here the week of Spencer's accident, so I got to see her recently. She's doing good. The only thing that really concerns me about her being in the military is she's got the 2 small kids, and I know that they're with their dads, so they should be okay. But I always have some anxiety over that because, well, one of them's only 3, so it's not like she can really tell you how she's being treated. You know what I mean? So that I have a little anxiety over that, but I mean, there's not much I can do about it. So. But I'll tell you what, I do love my granddaughters a lot. They're as cute as can be, and the one that is a little bit older, she'll be 7 in July. I'm gonna have to make sure I see her in July, celebrate her birthday.
That's the Lego one.
I'm sorry.
That's the one with the Legos. You know, Papa Lego or something like that.
Oh yeah, she calls me Grandpa Lego. Yeah, that's the one. Her name is Ossia. So anyway, she's a good kid. Tons of fun. So how's your mom doing? You've been I assume you see her because she lives in the neighborhood, but
She's right around the corner. I walk over her almost every weekend.
Okay.
She's doing okay. My nephew's with her, so she's not alone.
Oh, so he's back?
He's always been back.
Oh, okay. I'm getting confused. I thought you had some
2 nephews. The older one stays with mom.
Okay.
The other one is in Colorado.
All right. This is not going to be fun.
Is this a Disney invention of a ship, or is it actually just repainted Slave One?
Well, this is the original.
It'll always be Slave One to me. I don't care what Disney says.
Oh no, and I know you didn't catch the first part of the stream. I mentioned that it's. I mentioned the name that Disney gave it, but I also said that it'll always be Slave One to me because
you're not going to change the OG fans. I don't care what Disney does.
Yeah, I don't either. And well, I grew up with it being called Slave 1 and Slave 2 because Boba Fett's ship is Slave 2. So, yeah, you know.
No, the one in the original fans in the original show was Slave 1, the original movie.
Yeah, So this is Slave 1 right here.
They just repainted it or something like that.
I think this is the Attack of the Clones.
Oh, okay.
Color scheme, I guess you could say.
For the one in Empire Strikes Back, as far as the color scheme.
Oh yeah, and you know what? They actually made a large set of that, just like this one. Okay, this is not good. I've got leftover pieces that shouldn't be left over. Okay, well, I guess we'll figure that one out later. Much later, hopefully.
I think I sent you puppy pictures of the older puppy video of the litters that they have now, just as a sample.
I think you did. Yeah, I'm sure you. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah, she does 3 litters at a time.
Man.
Yeah, 4 or 5 puppies per litter.
So she must live out in the country if she's doing something like that.
She lives in Archer, Florida, which is about 20 minutes west of Orlando, which makes that 4 hours from me, which isn't bad.
Okay. Because I work late, I haven't seen too many rocket launches lately.
Have you been watching some of them?
Yeah, I've been watching.
You're supposed to get a Starship launch.
What's that?
You're supposed to get a Starship launch out of Texas.
Oh, out of Texas. Okay.
I don't know when that's going to happen. They keep either pushing it back or testing or whatever.
Are they sending Miss Chip home?
They're not catching this ship because they're testing, make sure the Starship aspect is okay. And that's what they're worried about, not the booster. The booster can be caught, but they're not going to focus on that.
I was making a joke that Mrs. Chip is alien.
She in chat?
And I'm only joking. Yeah, so cool. Yeah. So I'm not sure when they're supposed to come out with the Star Trek Enterprise, but they said they were going to do a Lego set based off of that.
Hope they don't.
What's that?
Hope they don't.
You hope they don't.
But you know what they've been doing lately with their sets is making things too small.
They have been.
That pisses me off.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to do the Space Shuttle Enterprise on the back of the aircraft? It's basically 747.
I did buy that.
But
I ordered it.
I got a friend who's just such a fanboy that he doesn't agree that they're small. But because he don't care.
Let me check Lego.com real quick. See if it's shipped yet. I ordered it 2 days ago. And nope, it has not shipped yet. But yes, I did buy it. So hopefully it gets here soon.
We think they're shrinking the scale. The cheapness is what it's called. It means less detail.
I agree with you. They have been doing that. I was looking at some of the older Star Wars sets, like the Republic gunships.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have the original, and I have a couple versions in between, and then I have the most current one. And yes, they did shrink it down, and I do not like the newer version as well.
Remember that X-wing, the huge X-wing?
Yeah,
we did. My friend hated it. He sent it back.
Yeah, actually, I did not buy. Yeah,
he said it was very fragile.
Well, I did not buy the X-wing the third version of the large one. I have the first two, but when I saw the third one, I was like, no, I'm not getting that one. Okay, let's see. Where's this go? Well,
Rancor Steve said he's filming at his church.
Okay.
So I'll be busy tonight.
Well, I was going to give him a hard time. Yeah. Okay. Well, I originally poured out more bags than this, but I got to be honest, I don't think I'm going to do all the bags I poured out, which means I'm asking for trouble from the cats, but
cover it with a blanket.
Who, the cats? I'd love to.
No, the set.
I know, John. I'm just teasing you. Actually, Max would like to be covered with a blanket. That weirdo, he does. He climbs underneath the blankets and hides there all day. But yeah, I originally was wanting to get this done this weekend, but I have to admit that plan is a little too ambitious, because me and Spencer need to get on the roof and fix some freaking shingles that came off this week in the windstorm. We had a windstorm that lasted 4 days this week.
Wow.
And I lost some shingles. And yes, I do have homeowners insurance. And yes, I could say something, but they just make your rates go up. And this is not my first time fixing.
Well, the rate's going to go up anyway, whether you like it or not.
Well, yeah, it's going to go up. Yeah, but it'll go up even more, though, if you file a claim. So whatever, I'll just take care of it. Like I said, not my first time at the rodeo for fixing these things. So
any takers on the house?
No. We've had a couple tire kickers come out, but nobody serious about buying it. I've been working on a contingency plan of how to keep the house if it doesn't sell. So, trying to work both angles, because I just don't know what's going to happen. Okay. That's kind of, that's why. I was going to say this is kind of lame, but no, I'm the one being lame because I didn't build it right. Okay. So we got about a little over 100 pieces left in this bag. And I think this is going to be it, this bag. But I will be streaming tomorrow morning, same time, 11 o'clock Mountain Time. I guess that's 1 o'clock your time, John?
Yeah.
And as always, you're welcome to join me. Love to have you. And we'll start off. This is, what is this?
I see Greg in the chats.
What's that?
I don't see Greg in the chat.
No, I haven't seen Greg at all. He was on yesterday's stream, but he's been radio silent today. Usually I hear from Greg just about every day.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me wonder if I said something. No, I'm just kidding. No, I know I didn't. Okay. Did you ever watch Futurama, John?
Never heard of it, so that means I didn't watch it.
Okay. It's a cartoon that was written by the creators of The Simpsons. It's kind of a bunch of bathroom humor kind of stuff, but they were off the air for a while, and then now they have a few new episodes, a new season, and I've been meaning to catch up on it, but so far I have not. Oh, shoot. Well, there's an episode where this guy buys an item and it's very expensive, but he has a lot of money, and when they're telling him what they're selling, even though it's junk, he's like, shut up and take my money. That's how I feel about Lego. I feel like I tell them that all the time. Shut up and take my money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. That's the wrong. There we go. Oh, And I do apologize for yawning. I am so tired. I just didn't sleep last night because my back hurt so bad. I only got about 4 hours. After I'm done with the roof, I'm just gonna lay down and go to sleep, man. Oh shoot, that's not even. Why is that not lining up? Oh, well, I'll tell you why. Because
wrong pieces, most likely.
I didn't follow directions. There we go.
Didn't your mother tell you to follow directions when you were a kid?
I didn't listen to her then. I'm not gonna listen to her now.
Then you're not gonna get anything done in life.
Of course, when my mom was here, even though I'm older, she'd still probably whoop my butt. My mom, she was great to grow up with because she was a practical joker. So you never knew what you're going to get. But then again, we did it back to her too, so it wasn't all one-sided. Now, Lego did come out with a version of this. It was a smaller version way back. I think they've been doing Star Wars Lego for 20-something years now. Okay. So, oh, dang. What? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. How did I? Oh, my goodness. All the way back there, I missed something? Yeah, I did miss. I missed a lot. Shoot. What the heck? Let's get this built.
You're going to stop.
I am. But I got to finish this bag. But, yeah. Okay. Why? What in the fudge popsicles is going on here? Oh boy. I don't know how I did this. I missed a couple pages somehow. Okay, well that worked out good. Let's see if we can do the same thing on the other side. Have you bought any more Kobe sets or anything, John?
No, not recently. I'm trying to pay off some debt before the puppy gets here.
Okay.
Because she's going to be $2,500 minimum or maximum. This won't be a $3,000 pup.
Yeah.
Oh. When there's family pets, they're worth that kind of money.
I do hope that you and the new pup get along just fine. I hope that works out for you, man.
I'm not worried about that.
Well,
you create the bond with them.
Well, I only say that because I had the challenges with Enzo when I got him, and of course that's for different reasons, but. But Enzo, he's doing great. I really, honestly, I said this to Mrs. Chip the other day. I honestly can't remember life without him. It's been quite fun having him.
I know I can.
I'll show you guys the front here in a minute. Okay. So we've been working on the nose section. And Lego Maker, how you doing? take your nap, Mr. Chip, before you get on top of the house. No, I'm going to do that after. Or better yet, I'll just send Spencer up there. I mean, he got a younger back than I do anyway, so I might as well send him up there. I don't want to carry a bundle of shingles up the these steps. Actually, I think I'm gonna cut open the bundle of shingles and carry them up only a couple at a time instead of the whole pack, man. I don't know if you ever handled a bundle of shingles, John, but damn, those things are heavy
and sharp.
Yeah, they're certainly no fun. Okay. All right, make sure that I'm following directions. Okay. Boy, they didn't leave anything out, did they? They've got every little square stud, whatever you gonna call it, covered. Okay, bags 1 through 11 done, and that's where we're gonna leave it because this man is tired as ever. This is bags 1 through 11 right here. As you see, we've started to build the top portion here. Obviously, this is going to be the door to enter it. And we've got the engines on the bottom here. A little bit of lights going on here. Got a little bit of everything going on here. Anyway, this is where we're at. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, leave me a comment below. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know whether you're getting this set, whether you already have this set, whether you built the set, what do you think of this set, because I do care what you guys think about these sets. And just because I buy it doesn't mean I like it. Most of the time it does, though, because this is my own money, so I don't tend to buy sets that I don't like. It's usually a situation where I thought I'd like it, I buy it, and I put it together, and I'm like, yeah, this sucks. But it doesn't happen too often. Lego's a good product. John, thanks for jumping on here. I appreciate you. And you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and I will catch you guys later.